Come with me, let me teach you how I created this agricultural products dashboard that you are seeing. This is a dynamic dashboard that filters by the name of the product, the picture of the product, and the agricultural business question that follows it along. And I can filter this dashboard by the product sold, product supplier, delivery outcome, and the year. I visualize 15 agricultural products as you can see. Now, for example, if I want to check on the agricultural products for onions, the dashboard automatically changes to onions, and that's the name of the agricultural product, then the picture as well, and so on and so forth. So without wasting time, let me dive into how I created it. And I'll be dropping the link for the data set for this particular dashboard under this video. In case for those who would like to follow along, you can just download the data set and follow along. So without wasting time, let's go. Then first of all, I'll click on my file. Then I'll open a new blank sheet for this tutorial. Okay. So we are going to be using this uh, blank sheet for this tutorial. Now, the first thing we are going to do is to color our background. And doing that, we are going to be clicking on the canvas background. Then for the color, we'll be getting a new color format. We're going to be using this particular color. So the transparency, I'm going to take it back to 0. So now we have our background for this dashboard. So the next thing we are going to do is that we're going to import our data set. Click on Get Data, Excel Workbook. I'll be using this data set, which I'll be dropping the link under the comment section under this video for those who like to follow along. You can just download it and follow along. So you allow it to load. After loading, just make sure you check your data set, then click on load. This is data set. Click on load, then it will take a little time for it to load. So it's loading. Okay. Now our data set has loaded. I already cleaned this data set using Excel. So if you like me to make a tutorial on how I clean a data set using Excel, you can drop it under the comment section, then I'll do that. So the first thing we are going to be doing is I'll be creating my dashboard title. Okay. So, and the visual the card I'm going to be using is just this normal card. That is what I'm going to use. And before I do that, I'm going to I'm going to be creating a DAX formula. I'm going to be using a DAX formula to create a measure for this particular dashboard, because for this uh, the dashboard, because the dynamic dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to be creating a measure. Then first of all, I'll click on my model, and then new measure. Then so I'll be creating a measure for this dashboard title. So this would be, I'll delete this. This will be the DAX formula I will use for my dashboard title. I'll just commit it. Okay. So now I've created a new measure for my dashboard title. I will drag and drop this dashboard title here. Okay. So now you have seen it. So I will go ahead to format this dashboard title to what I want. For the property, I'm going to be keeping the size at 96. Then for my width, I'm going to be keeping it at 675. 675. Okay, I think that would be okay for me. Then for my position, I will leave this at 0, then leave this at 18. So now moving on to my moving on to my visual. For my call out, I'm going to be offing the label. Then for my value, I'll bolden it. Then for the color, I'll make it white, and that will be all for me for this particular one. You are not seeing it now, but you are going to see it once I'm done with the background and everything. Okay, so for my card, I'm going to I don't want the background, neither do I want the divider or the border. So for my effect, I'm going to change this particular color to a darker shade of green. So I will use this particular shade of green for my background, which will be okay for me. Then for the multi-card layout, I'm going to off the background so that I'll have this. Are you seeing where we are now? So I'll move down to my padding. Then for my shadow, I am going to on it. Then for my shadow, I will make it white, which is okay for me. I don't want it to be black so that I can be seeing it. Okay, so my rounded corner, for my rounded corner, I'm going to be leaving it at, I'll just leave this at 0. For my uniform padding, sorry, I'm going to leave it at 0. For my, I'll click on general. I'll go to effects. I'm going to on my visual border. So for my visual border, I'm going to leave it at this. I'll on my shadow. Then I'll make my shadow white. I'll make it this white. Then, and I'm going to leave it at this. So let me, not done. So general, effects. Then for my rounded corner, I'm going to take it to 30. And let me make it 30 complete. Effect. Let me complete it 30 so that it will be very rounded. So this will be our what? Our dynamic dashboard title. Okay, so the next thing we're moving on to our KPI. So for the first KPI, we'll be using this card visual, this advanced card visual. If you don't have it, just click on these 3 dots to get it. Okay, so for us, the first KPI is going to be the total revenue. Now we have total order amounts. That means we're going to be creating a new measure for total revenue. So first thing, click on modeling, new measure. So the DAX formula we are going to be using for our new measure is going to be the sum of the total order amount. Then we commit it and it will load. Then after that, we'll drag our new measure into, now we have created a new measure for total revenue. We now drag our total revenue into our what? Into our card. Okay. So once you have dropped your total revenue into the card, you just go ahead to format it. So one if I want you to carry the same color with this, so I'll just click on this, copy the format, paste it here. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just to do what? To format the visual. I'll click here, general. The property I would like it to be is for the size, for the height, I would like 181. Then for the width, I would like it to be 295. Okay. Then for the call out value, the category label, I'm going to remove the category label. That's I'll off it. Then the data label, I'm going to turn it to white. Then I'm going to increase the font size to 45. And then I'm going to bold in it. Then I'm going to add a title for this. I'll on my title. Then I'll add a title, which is total revenue. So I'm going to increase the font size of my title to 24. Then I'm going to change the color to white. Then I'm going to bold in it. Okay. So the next KPI, before that, I would like to increase this to 29 because it's looking too small for me. 29. Okay, it's okay for me. Then I would like to position this. So I would like to keep the position horizontal at 6. Then I would like to keep the vertical at 122. So this is just okay for me. So our next KPI is going to be the total quantity. So we are going to copy this and paste it. Before that, let's create a new measure for our total quantity, just the way we created a new measure for our total revenue. So new measure. Okay. We have to create a new measure using this dash formula. So we'll use this particular dash formula for total quantity. Okay, then we'll commit it. It will load. So the next thing is to copy this our KPI and then paste it. Okay, so click on it, then you control C it, control V. Once you control C it, you control V it, it will copy and paste, then you drag it to the next place. Now you are going to come to the data field. You are going to remove this total revenue. Still recording. Okay, you're going to remove this total revenue. Then you're going to be adding your total quantity that you created. Okay, that's the new measure that you created. Okay, now we have what? The total quantity. Now you can see that we're having the same title, right? So you have to change your title to total quantity. Just click on your visual, go to general, click on the title, then change your title to total quantity. Total. Okay, so that is it. So the same thing goes to our next KPI, which is going to be the total order. So you just copy this, Control C it, and Control V. Control C and Control V, we just you to copy and paste it, you drag it. Then you can see that we are having total quantity, total quantity. So you're just going to remove the total quantity. And before that, you are going to create a new measure, just like we did in other ones. So you're going to create a new measure for your total order. Okay, so just like we did in every other one. So this is going to be our DAX formula for our total order. We're going to use count. Our DAX formula is going to be count of the total ID. Okay, just click on commit, and we'll automatically have our what total order. Then we are going to bring in our total order into our data field, so you can see to just load. Now we have our total order. Okay, so this our total order is going to, you see, we are still having total quantity as the title, so we are going to be changing it here. Just click on your general title, change it to total order, not total quantity. Are we following? So that is it. We have created our KPI. Now the next one we are going to be doing now is going to be total revenue by product sold, of which we are going to be using cluster bar charts. Okay, so this is cluster bar charts. Click on it. Once you have clicked on it, the next thing you are going to be bringing is your product sold. You bring your product sold to your y-axis. This is our product sold. Bring it to your y-axis. Then your total revenue, you're going to bring in your total revenue to your x-axis. Okay, now you're going to copy this format. Okay, this format, then you are going to paste here. Just click on it, then copy it and paste it here. Okay, so just click on it, any one of it, then this is copy. Okay, once you have clicked on it, it means click on it. You see, once your cursor has changed like this, it means copy. Then come to the visual that you created and do what, and paste it there. So you just need to do what, format it, and that's all. You come for your format, you come to your format visual. For my properties, I would like the size to be 298. Then I would like the width to be 292. Okay, which is okay for me. Then for my position, I would like this to be, I'll leave it at 301. Then for my vertical, I would like it to be 110, which is perfect for me. Okay, then for my visuals, I will format the y-axis. So for my y-axis, I would like the color to be white. Okay, that is the color I would like it to be. Then for my title, I will off it. Then the format, that is the font size, I'll just, for now I'll leave it at 9. Maybe I can change it later as time goes on, but for now I'll leave it at 9. Then I'll also go to my y my x-axis. I'll also off the title. Okay. Then for my round range, of it. Then for the value of it, because I don't want too much of writings. Then for my grade lines, let it be off. I don't want grade lines. Then for my bar, I would like to change the color to this green. I'll, I would like to generate a color for it. So I would like to make it 0D8618. Okay, so I would like the color to be this. Okay, and that will be better for me than having blue and this shade of. So for my title, I'm going to change the color to white. So I'll change the color to white. Then I'll bolden it. Then for my font size, I will leave it at 22, which is okay for me. And for now, this is it. Next question I'm going to be answering is going to be the total revenue by product supplier. So I'm going to be using stack column chart. Okay, then I'm going to be putting my product supplier in my x-axis. So I'll bring in my product supplier here. Then my total revenue, I'll bring in my total revenue in my y-axis. Then I'm going to copy this and do what? And paste it. That's the format. I'm going to copy it and paste it so that it will be easier for me instead of going along. Then I'm going to format this. I'll go to general, the properties. I would like the height to be, that's for my size, I would like the height to be 284. Then for my width, I would like my width to be 402. Then I'll move to my position. I would like to position it 301. Then for my vertical, 424. So that it will be perfect for me. So the next agricultural question I'm going to answer is total revenue by year. So I will be using a line chart. Okay, so I'll be using this line chart. Okay, then I'll bring in my order date. Okay, I'll bring in my order date to my x-axis. So I'll only use, let me just check. Let me leave only the year. Okay, then I'll bring in my total revenue. That's total revenue generated by each agricultural product in each year. Okay, so I'll bring in my total revenue to my y-axis. Then I will copy this format. I'll copy it. Then I'm going to paste it here instead of going over again to do that. Okay, so I will just go ahead and do just a little formatting, which is positioning it. Okay, for my position, I would like my size to be 270. Okay, then I would like my width. I would like my width to be 380. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is my, okay, I've sized it. The next thing is going to be my position. I like it to be 607. Okay, then my vertical, I would like it to be 123. Okay, so that it will fit to where I want. Then I will now go to my visuals. Then I've off my grid lines because I don't want anything grid lines. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to change the color of my lines because I don't like it to have blue. Okay, I'll click on lines, then I'll go to my color, then I'm going to use this exact shade of uh, color. Are you following? So the next one is to off this vertical lines because I don't want it. I prefer it plain like this so that it looks professional. Okay, so our next visual is going to product sold by delivery outcome. So for that, I'm going to be using a donut chart. Okay, so I'll click on this donut chart. Then for my legend, I'm going to be putting the delivery outcome on my legend. Okay, this is my delivery outcome. I'll bring it to my legend. Then for my product sold, I'm going to put it in value. So I'm going to put my product sold what in value. Then I will copy this particular format. Or anyone, you can copy anyone. You can decide to copy this, can decide anyone you want. And just copy it. Just click on it, tap on this copy format, then place it where you want it. Now you can see it. Then I'll go ahead to do my visual, my formatting, my positioning. Then I'll just click on my properties. I want for my size, I want it to be 289. Then for my width, I'll leave it at 313. Then for my positioning, I'm uh, I'm going to, sorry, I'll leave it at 13. I'll just leave it at that 313. It will adjust itself when I'm done positioning it. So for my position, I'm going to leave it at 715. Then that's for the horizontal. Then for my vertical, I'm going to be leaving it at 420. Okay, so for let me adjust it a bit so that it will not lap on each other. Okay, so I'll leave it at 416. Okay, so my next visual, I'll just leave this on count of products sold. Okay, so the next visual I'm going to do is quantity by product sold. So for this, I'm going to be using tree map. So this is the tree map I'm going to use. I'll click on it. Then I'm going to I'm going to be putting my product sold on the category field. Okay, product sold, I put it on the category field. Then I'm going to be putting my quantity on the value. Okay, so I'm going to put in my quantity on the value. So I'll bring some of the quantity to my value. Okay, now I'm going to leave it at count. Okay, so that it will count it instead of summing it. Now I'm going to copy this format and do what? Paste it. So the next thing is just to format it. Okay, just to position it actually, because I already copied the format and paste. So just to position it. So for my positioning, I would like my size to be, let me say, 284 will be okay for me. Then for the width, I would like it to be 239. Okay. Then for my position, I would like it to be 1040. Okay. Then for my vertical, I would like it to be 424. So like this is okay. I can decide to expand it a bit if I want, or maybe just to place it more like this. Like this, I'll take it up a bit. Okay, like this is perfect for me. So moving on, we are going to be creating our image visual. Now I already downloaded the images I want to use, and then I created a sheet using Excel and saved it. Now I'm going to import it and link it in my model view. Okay, so I'm going to import it, then I'm link it with my model view in order for me to get that dynamic view that you are seeing on my dashboard. So for me to do that, I'm going to click on my get data Excel workbook, because I already saved it. This is a product image. Then open it. It will load. Is loading. So if you like me to show you how I did this, just let me know. Click on it. Then this time around, I'm going to transform it in my Power Query because it's carrying sheets. So I'm going to rename it. I'll take it to my Power Query transform. So I'll take it to my Power Query so I can be able to rename it, and also do some few changes there to make sure you are following along. Okay, because once you are following along, you will understand everything. So I'm going to rename this to so I'm going to rename this. I'll rename it as product name, product, or let me just use farm products. Okay, now the next thing, I'm going to be changing this to product sold. Okay, so but before I do that, you can see that I'm having column 1, column 2. So I'm going to be using my first row as I use my first row as my header. Okay, so use first row as header. Click on it. Now you can see your first row is now your header. Okay, so I will change this to product sold. Okay, so that it can be able to rhyme with my table. Are you following? So I'm going to rename it, or you just double click on it to rename it anyone you want. Okay, product sold. So that is basically all I need, because I work with 15 agricultural products. So this is it. Okay, and this is the URL which I downloaded. So if you want me to show you how I did this, just let me know under the comment section and I'll make tutorial on that. Are you following? So after doing that, just click close and apply. Okay, close and apply, then it will load, and after that you will go to your model view. You can see it, our farm product. You see image where is connected. Are you following? Is linked to each other. Are you seeing this the link? So now we are going to be creating uh our image view. So for us to do that, we are going to be clicking we'll be using this simple image. If you don't have it, just click on these three dots and we are going to get it. Okay, so we are going to be using our simple image for this visual, for this dynamic image visual. First, I'll go ahead to format it. Okay, but before I format it, I would like to input all the data that I'm going to be needing so that it can appear here. You'll be seeing it. So I was recording. I didn't know that my mic has offed. So you use your simple image for this. Click on your simple image. You can see I've already clicked on it. Then the next thing you're going to do is to put your image URL, drag your image URL here. Okay, so it will, what it's going to do is that it's going to select a particular product just to keep your dashboard unique, to keep it attracting. Even when you have not selected any particular product, they can be seeing the image, okay, with your dashboard. Okay, now the next thing you are going to do is that you are going to click on your image. Make sure that data category is on image URL. Make sure that it's on image URL so that Power BI will recognize your URL as image. Okay, so change it from uncategorized to image URL. So now the next thing you are going to do is that you are going to come to your model view, click on your properties, then make sure that you change this single to both, then apply security filter in both direction, then save this. Now we are going to go back to add our filter. Okay, so for us to add our filter now, we are going to be using this uh, slicer. So we're going to be using this slicer. Sorry, I did not uncheck. I did not uncheck. So uncheck it, then click on this. We are going to be using this slicer. Click on this slicer. So we'll be using, first of all, we'll create a slicer for our product sold. That is the first slicer we're going to get. So we're going to create this for our product sold, and I'm going to edit this. Okay, so for my slicer settings, I'm going to be choosing drop down. Then for my header, I will just leave it on for now. Okay, so for my properties, I would like to change my properties because I want to align it to a particular fit. So my size, I'll click on my property. So my size, I would like it to be, let me leave it at 89. Then for my width, I'll leave it at 154. Then for my positioning, I would like to leave it at 675. And then for the vertical, I would like to leave it at 7. So then I will copy this format and I will paste it here. Sorry. Copy it and then paste it this particular place. Just click on it. I hope my video is recording so that I will not be talking to myself. Yes, it's recording. So just copy it. See it? Just paste it. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I will change my values, the colors of my values. I would like it to be white. Okay. Then I will just I'll leave it on 12. Okay. For now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change the color of my title. Okay, because I wouldn't want my title to be having this same color. That's that. So I'll click on my slicer header. Then I'm going to change this to white. Okay, then I'll bolden it. So now if I click on it, you notice that here is white. So I want it to be rhyming with the color of this particular this dark green. So what I'm going to do is I will scroll down to value, then this background, I'm going to change it to this color, that darker shade of green, so that when I click the drop down, I will have it rhyming with this particular color, this darker shade of color. So the next thing I'm going to do is to create a slicer too. I hope my video is still recording. Okay, is to create another slicer. Okay, so I'm going to copy this particular slicer, then and you can also copy here and paste. It depends on how you want to copy it. It mustn't do copy Ctrl C Ctrl V, you can see. So you copy it and drag it by the side. Okay, so I just want them to be the same. Then I will just remove product sold, then add product supplier. Okay, so you can see, very simple. If I click on drop down, I can click on any of the supplier. Okay, and it will filter my dashboard. Okay, now moving on to the next slicer we have, you can still do what? Control what? Paste. So just paste because you already copied it. So just drag it here, click on paste, drag it, bring it here. So now we are going to be removing this product sold and be adding what? Delivery outcome. Okay, you'll be adding delivery outcome. Just bring your delivery outcome here. Then you can see the drop down. Okay, so and the last one we are going to be adding is the year. Okay, that is the trend. That is the last one. So we are still going to what? Paste it because we still have it as what? Copy. So we are still going to paste. Okay, we just drag it here to this particular place. We will adjust them. So we can just adjust this. So adjust this too. So adjust this too. So that it will be fitting. So it can fit very well. Okay. So I'm going to be removing this product sold. Then I'm going to be adding what? Order date. Okay. I'm going to be adding order date. And in order date, I'll be removing for example, if I don't want all the years to be there, okay, I can just leave it. But if I just want only the year to be there, I will just remove the dates and the month and leave only the year. So for me to do that, I'm going to click this drop down, then I'll click on dates hierarchy, then I only choose the year. Are you following? So I only choose the year for this particular um order date slicer. Okay, so now we are we're gradually coming to the end of this tutorial. And don't forget, if you have followed me to this point before I'll conclude, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and you turn on your notification bell, because I'll be posting more of this dashboard. And if you are finding this helpful, make sure that you do what? You drop a comment, tell me what you have learned so far, and ask your question if there is any. So without wasting time, let's keep moving on. So I would like to let you know that if you are doing this particular dashboard, make sure that you have your network on, so that this your image URL will be working properly. Now you can see, for example, let's check on carrots. Okay, you can see now the image of carrots is here, and the agricultural business question that I used it to answer: total revenue, total quantity, total order, and the rest of it. I'm trying to rush this video so that it will not be too long, because it's already getting long. So you can see it. So make sure that you on your data so that this can be working properly. And for you to have this particular, you can see that if you make sure that you off your background, click on your image, and if this your background is on, off it. You see, before it should be like this. Then once you off it, it can just be blended with the dashboard. So this is it. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, follow, and also like. Now, for example, let's check for another product. For example, let's check on banana. If you click on banana, it will load. So you can see it filters by the name of the product and the picture of the product. Are you following? So I hope my video is still recording. Okay. So now, for example, I want to check the cheese. So it needs data. Okay, so it filters it by the name of the product. The agricultural questions, business questions I answered: total revenue by product sold, total revenue by product supplier. That's the total revenue generated by the supplier. Okay, total quantity and the total revenue. Okay, so you can see it, and then the same thing goes on and on and on. Apple, the same thing. So that is it. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and follow this channel for more. And drop under the comment section what you have learned so far. If you have any question, then I will answer it. Thank you.